नहीं दिल बहुत करता है, and that's a call that I think Karan and the producers will take of who has to be called where. I hope she does more work. Yeah.
हेलो एंड नमस्कार, आप देख रहे हैं जी मीडिया और मैं तान्या गर्ग। इन हाउस टुडे वी हैव विद अस द वेरी वर्सेटाइल, वेरी चार्मिंग अभिषेक बच्चन and very beautiful Sayami Kher. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having us.
They're here with their very beautiful film, soul-starring film Ghumar. Congratulations, first of all. Your film did exceptionally well. I mean, it got standing ovation at the film festival in Melbourne, so that's great. I want to ask from both of you, you know, when you're putting in your hard work and the film is acknowledged and appreciated beyond your expectations. So, as somebody who's doing everything to put in their efforts, how does that feel?
Well, it's very rewarding, right?
Yeah.
We work for the audiences. We work for our films to be enjoyed by the audiences, and when they do get to see it and they like it and they express it, there's no greater joy for an actor, and that's what eventually we all work for. It's the appreciation of the people that we work for, which is the audience.
I absolutely agree, because you know we put in all these efforts and we make films so people watch it, and we hope that people like it, because that's ultimately what we're working for as well. It reaching more people and people liking it. So when it happens, it is very overwhelming and it feels great.
So I watched the trailer. Of course, it was amazing. Goosebumps ही नहीं. I mean, of course, I felt like कि अभी मैं कुछ कर देती हूँ. Inspiration की लहर आ गई थी, you know, मेरे अंदर. And ये सिर्फ मैं नहीं कह रही, ये fans भी कह रहे थे. So allow me to read a comment or two from the trailer. So Abhishek, they are mostly directed at you. So you know, we should appreciate Abhishek Bachchan more and more because he's a brilliant actor. No nonsense from him. Sometimes I'm just awestruck seeing the performances Abhishek Bachchan has put up since Yuva, and I'm totally in love with him. How? Can we see more of Abhishek Bachchan now? We're totally obsessed. So I mean, where is the lie? So I want to know that, you know, you've had this amazing journey from refugee to Ghumar now. So how has the script choosing process evolved over the years for you?
Well, to be very honest and fair, it hasn't changed at all. My criteria is a two-step criteria, which I've used from the start of my career, and as of now, I've not found a better option for it. It's very simple. First and foremost, when I read a script or I hear a script, the first question I ask myself is this a film I'd like to see as an audience? If the answer is yes, then you move to the next step. Okay, do I see myself as an actor in this film? Can I perform in this film? If the answer is yes, you say yes to the film and you make the film. I feel it has to be that simple. We shouldn't try and over-intellectualize everything. And the most important is we have to always remember who the film is being made for. It's being made for the audience. And if you want to see a film like this, then you should be a part of it.
Well, I think that's lovely, and I think it's absolutely working out for you.
Thank you.
Sammy, coming to you, I know that you love cricket. In fact, the entire country knows that you love cricket. So I want to know कि सिर्फ यही एक reason था to join this project, or was it something else, some emotional chord that struck with you that you wanted to be a project of Ghumar?
I feel there are many reasons, cricket of course being one major reason, but it was also the script. It was something which I completely resonated with. Like AB was saying, it was a film that I'd like to watch and of course be a part of. I feel it is working with him again. I'm very, very fond of him and working with him, working with Balki sir, getting to work with Shabana Masi. Many, many reasons to it. So I feel it's not just one, there are many reasons to it.
We're talking about sports. How can I not mention about your Pro Kabbadi League? And I know that you've associated yourself, I mean not just associated, but you've put your heart and soul to it. तो क्या कभी ऐसा हो सकता है, कभी ऐसा सोचा है कि you know कबड्डी पर एक मूवी बनाते हैं? Did that ever?
नहीं, दिल बहुत करता है. देखिए, मैं ये जो एक जॉनर है स्पोर्ट्स फिल्म का, इसका बहुत बड़ा फ़ैन हूँ मैं. लेकिन अगर आप कोई भी अच्छी स्पोर्ट्स फिल्म को देखें, वो सिर्फ खेल के बारे में पिक्चर नहीं है. That will become very boring. और लोग कहेंगे भैया ये तो टीवी पे देख लेंगे. It has to be about the triumph of the human spirit. इसमें इमोशनल ग्राफ क्या है, कैरेक्टर्स क्या है, अगर वो एक अच्छी कहानी बन जाए, फिर जाके एक कहानी बन सकती है. तो ये आसान काम नहीं है. I'd love to do something with kabaddi because it's just so much. The world of kabaddi is just brilliant. और दिल बहुत करता है, but yeah, I'm looking for the right idea.
And we're waiting for that to happen soon. Sammy, coming back to you again. I'm sure so many people have asked you that how did you prepare for the film? But my intentions are different, you know, because you're playing this imputed sports person. So you have this responsibility of representing a certain certain section of those athletes. So as a actor, how challenging was it for you, like not just physically but also mentally, to get into the skin of the character?
Like you said, for me it felt like a responsibility when Balki sir said we are doing this film.
Right.
I was fortunate enough to speak and chat with Ekta Bayan, who's a javelin thrower, for para-athlete, won us many gold medals. So I feel that the only thing I learned after speaking to them is that we make a big deal out of it. They consider themselves athletes. They don't look at themselves in any other way. And I feel Balki sir's approach to the film has been exactly that. It's not about she is a differently abled person. She is a person who's gone through something in life, but it's about how she comes back stronger. So the whole approach, if you see Paddy sir's character, he is very matter of fact with Anina, my character. And I think that has resonated with a lot of para-athletes that I spoke to after the trailer. So I feel it's just the approach that Balki sir took, which I really, really liked. And trailer तो उन्हें पसंद आया, now picture का इंतज़ार करते हैं.
Right. So I have to ask you this. Rocky or Rani did really well. So I think when I say this, all the people will agree with me that it was Jaya ji who held the entire film together. उन्होंने पूरी film बांध के रखी थी. तो और ये सिर्फ मैं नहीं, of course audience भी कह रही थी. But somehow they were a little disappointed when she did not come at the forefront to take that love from her fans. So ऐसा क्यों कि she was not there to take that love from the fans?
I think she when the film was releasing, she was busy in Parliament, and her duties towards the nation, I think, took precedence over the promotion of the film. And that's a call that I think Karan and the producers will take of who has to be called where. I do know that when the film was releasing, she was in Parliament at the session, and I think that is of more importance to her, obviously serving the nation than that. But on behalf of her, I'd like to thank anybody who's thought, बहुत धन्यवाद आप सबका, and I hope she does more work.
Yeah. So as a son, after you watched her film, did you have that fun conversation with her, like Mom, I would love to see you more, and you were good. So what was the first conversation you had with her after?
I saw the film with her.
Yeah.
But for me, as her son, like with my father and my wife, I'm able to view their work as an actor.
Right.
I cannot do that with my mother. The bond is just different, and I always look upon her as my mother. So it's very difficult for me to look upon her as anything else but my mother.
Right.
So yeah, it becomes very difficult for me to judge her work.
Right. Well, I think that's lovely. And before I wind up, I have to ask both of you, since it's such an emotional film, which also inspires you simultaneously, I'm sure there have been a couple of learnings throughout the film. One learning that...
Oh, okay, Ghumar. Sorry, I thought she was talking about mom's film.
Ghumar.
I got confused, sorry.
Yeah. So one learning that has stayed with you, and I think that's going to be your life mantra till the end.
I think the one thing that you learn from Sayami's character, which is to never give up. No matter what obstacle life throws at you, there's always a way to conquer them. So never give up. And I think from Paddy's character, I think you learn that there's always a second chance. You just have to be able to be open to receiving it. It might not come in the most conventional way.
And I think that's lovely, Sammy.
I think if you set your mind to doing something, anything can be done as long as you have a solid support system, which I had in my coach and my family. Right. So value your family, value your coaches, and if you set your mind to it, it can be done.
Well, I think that's lovely, and it was lovely talking to you. I was absolutely honored to be here with you.
Thank you.
Don't forget to watch their film on big screens on 18th August. Thank you so much. You're watching Zee Media.